Dylan is on the line now. Good morning. How was the wine?
Morning. Thanks for having me on.
Did you have a good night after he won on Friday?
Yeah, it was a good night. It wasn't too late. We just went for dinner, and then I think everyone was just exhausted. The big weekend. We still had a big day yesterday, a lot to do. So it was a celebration, but not overly big.
A lot of people have obviously been talking about this horse. We saw the reaction, what it meant to you all. Lee's just been talking about the fact that this horse cost only 10 grand, and now you're talking about a horse that is single-figure odds for the QE2. Is the QE2 the plan?
Yes, at this stage, it would be mad not to make it the main plan. We actually only have to supplement him on the 14th, which is 5 days before, so we can see what he's like over the next few weeks. And if he's in good form and improved again up until the 14th, I would say 99% chance he'd be supplemented for that. He is a horse, as you've said earlier, improving all the time. He's a colt by Galileo out of a Group 3 winner who has the speed, I think, to win a 6-furlong race. He's won over 1.25 miles. He's won the Group 2 over a mile the other day. I would say the QE2 Group 1 being, as I said, a Galileo colt, I mean, you'd be mad not to consider it or make it the main plan for the year.
Can you tell us a little bit about the change, or if there has been that much change in the horse from the moment that you spent the 10 grand, he gets to the yard, and as the season's progressed? I mean, has he developed physically, mentally? What's been going on with him behind the scenes?
Well, the first evening, I remember the first evening having a look at him when he got to the yard. We were just stunned that we could get such a nice horse, a looking horse anyway, for the price. We were in disbelief then already. And then he had an easy winter. We went really easy on him through the winter, and then built up into the spring, and he started showing a lot. There's basically nothing in our yard we had nothing to work him with, put it that way. Silver Sword at the time was rated 103, and he couldn't stay a furlong with him. And we were like, wow. But you never know, he could have been a morning glory. So he had to come and do it on the track, which he did first time out. He won really well. He was very colty in the paddock, very stressy and sweaty. But Galileos do that. I've watched them my whole life, literally growing up, and it seems a trait of theirs. It doesn't seem to affect them. And then his next 2 runs, he was just a bit keen, but every time he went to the races, he behaved a bit better and learned a bit more. And I think Goodwood taught him a good lesson, because they have to get on an alpha lorry 4 times basically to race at Goodwood. And last time at Haydock, he behaved really well. It was just a completely different horse. And then at Newmarket on Friday, he had just made that mental improvement again. Physically, he's the best horse I've ever worked with or seen, and mentally, it's just all coming together now, and that's what's exciting. Yeah, it's just about keeping him mentally ready for it, because, I mean, he is a big, strong, he's probably a close to 600-kilo colt. He knows when he's spoilt in this yard, he knows he's good. So luckily for me, Amadeo, who owns him and rides him and
leads him up.
And leads him up and spends every single moment with him, is one of the best horsemen I've ever worked with or seen, or is the best horseman I've ever worked with, put it that way. He is brilliant. He's been with me since I started here. We actually had our first winner together, Mighty Mind, in the same colours, and then our first group winner together. Now it's just some story. And this horse being such a handful, Amadeo is, I don't think anyone else could handle him. He's a big, strong colt. He knows it, and Amadeo is a big, strong lad who knows how to handle him. Yeah.
Well, he seemed to enjoy himself a lot on Friday, as did you, and all connected with Prague. We look forward, fingers crossed, to seeing you at Ascot on Champions Day. Dylan, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's hope it all goes well and we get there. That'll be great.